Hello and welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. So today I'm going to have a quick look at a fascinating variant Sudoku puzzle, and I think this one was apparently voted Puzzle of the Year on Grandmaster Puzzles, which is Thomas Snyder's puzzle site. Thomas Snyder, a great luminary in the world of Sudoku, who sets these puzzles for everybody to do. And this one came out on Christmas Day last year, and I think the beauty of it is it's a format that uses stars, and I'll explain the rules in a second, but using that star, one of them, in the grid has enabled him to create this lovely Christmas tree shape with a star on it, a perfect puzzle for Christmas Day. So it's a lovely start, even if you don't normally pay much attention to the shape of givens in the grid. But do have a go at this. The rules are the numbers 1 to 7 appear in every row, column and box, and also 2 stars appear in each row, column and box. Now the stars have a special rule: they can't touch each other, not even diagonally. So no star can be in a cell next to or diagonally next to another star. So that's it. That's what we have to go on, and these givens in the grid. Now the puzzle, it's not all that hard, but I don't really understand why it's been given a time of 2.5 minutes on the site. I don't think there's many people in the world, maybe Thomas and the 8 or 9 people who did better than him at the World Sudoku Championships might hope to solve it in 2.5 minutes, but not many other people. So here's my solve of the puzzle now. This is how I began, and I'm just going to pause it for this start point. This star here, and the rule that no other star can be next to it, is very important, because there have to be 2 stars in each box, as in each row and column, and clearly this star is preventing these 2 cells and these 2 cells from holding another star. So the only empty cell left in the box is here. So we have already 2 stars in the central column. That means all the other cells in the central column must be numbers, and down here where I'm about to write, we can already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 in the row. So that puts the 7 there. We get 2 more stars at the ends of that row, and we know a little bit about where other stars will be now. So the 7 goes in there, stars at the ends, and the other stars in those 2 boxes must be 1 in column 3 and 1 in column 7. And that could be useful later. Now, up this central column must be a 2 down here, because 2's used in this box. 1, 3, 4 go in those 3. We've got 5 and 7 in the central row, so 5 and 7 must be down in row 6, and the 2 stars go into the remaining spaces in the central box. Based on the 2's up here and down here, we can get a 2 here, 6 over here, and now I'm doing just after that, I'm doing a bit of Snyder notation, which is appropriate for a puzzle by Thomas Snyder, to just isolate where certain numbers must be within their box. So 5 there means that 5 must now be in the top row, and that leaves the only place for 5 in the top left box here. That restricts 6 in that box to here, and that gives us a bit more go forward. These stars that appear, 1 in each of the bottom boxes for columns 3 and 7, are reasonably useful, because the only place for another star now in column 3, there's 1 star in those 3 cells. And if there's 1 star in those 3 cells, and there must be another star in the box, then it must be in one of those 2 cells. So it's quite useful to be able to make this notation. Now, we have to be aware that for once it's slightly different. A star in a row or column doesn't mean, like a number does, that there can be no more of that designation in that row or column. So we just have to be a little careful to know that we need 2 stars everywhere. But once we've understood that, this puzzle really is quite tractable, and making quite good progress here. However, it took me quite a long time to spot that 5-7 pair was resolved by the 7 up here, and then I kind of wasted some time. That has spoilt my solve, because I've already noted that there's a 5 in the central column in one of these two cells, and if I'd had that 5 written in large when I was spotting that, I might not have thought there was any doubt about which of the two cells it went in. So that's kind of a problem that I've had to cope with, and once I can find that, that'll be very helpful. Now, the other thing that has taken me a while to spot is to kind of finish off where stars might go. And the two boxes I'm interested in are this box on the left and this box on the right in the middle. Now, we've got 2 stars in the central row already, so there's no more stars to go in there. So the stars required in this box must be 1 in the bottom 2 cells and 1 in the top 2 cells. They can't be neighbouring, so they must be separate. And the same applies over here, and I'm just noting that now. Must be in the bottom 2 and columns 8 and 9. Can't be here in column 7 because of this star diagonally next to it. So now once I can use this 5 to note which of these is a correct 5, that'll determine which of these stars goes in column 9, and that'll be very useful. I'm not sure how long it took me to notice that finally, a bit of a waste of time, probably why I'm not a 2.5 minutes over or anything near it for this sort of puzzle. But an intrigue, yeah, there we go. 5 there, star there. Now there's 2 stars in column 9. That means that any stars that were 8 or 9 must now be in column 8. And that's helping finish off quite a lot of stuff. We see that the top row ends up with the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in order, probably deliberate by the compiler, but not the sort of thing you want to rely on. And suddenly all of the stars can be placed in the top 6 boxes. And indeed, we can finish off quite a lot of the numbers up there as well. So it's been very helpful to make those few deductions around here that we were talking about. One other interesting feature of this puzzle, we've got star and 1 between those 2 boxes and star and 1 between those 2 boxes. Now, in a normal Sudoku, if you had 2 numbers shared between 2 boxes in a rectangular between 4 cells in a rectangular arrangement between 2 boxes, you'd go, well, that's a uniqueness problem. There's no way to resolve that. But in Star Battle with the special rule, you've got a star in this cell, which means that this cell, which is diagonally connected to it, can't be a star. And that allows us to completely finish off the puzzle. And there it is, the complete solution. As I say, I think it's a really beautiful puzzle. It uses all the logic of normal Sudoku, the logic of the Star Battle format. It has the beautiful shape to begin with. It's got a nice start, quite a neat finish. I mean, it's really got everything, this puzzle. I liked it a lot. And if you do like variant Sudoku, I can certainly recommend the UK Open Sudoku Championship if you're in the UK. That's taking place in Croydon on the first weekend of March. So on the first Saturday in March is the Sudoku Championship. The Puzzle Championship follows it with a final session on the Sunday and then the Sunday morning. Great place to come and see puzzles like this and enjoy them and to meet fellow enthusiasts. I'll certainly happily say hello to you, and everybody's a very welcoming and friendly bunch. So get in touch with the UKPA if you're interested in that. Another thing you could do at the moment is to look up Gareth Moore on Kickstarter. He's a member of the UKPA. Indeed, I think he's on the World Puzzle Council, whatever the body is that runs the puzzle organisation. And he's running a Kickstarter campaign to write a puzzle book if he gets enough money. And it's quite a special one that will kind of lead through solutions, a bit like an escape room or something, so that you have to complete all the puzzles in the book to get the whole book done. I mean, that sounds very interesting to me. Sorry. And if you want to sponsor someone, of course, there's our own Patreon site where if you go onto Patreon and look for Cracking the Cryptic, you can find us. And failing that, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you don't even want to do that, just keep watching the videos. We love having you with us. So thanks very much. Hope to see you again on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye now.